Hey there, everybody. It's Tony Porter. Welcome to Chart Cards and Dice TV. And it's the Mets at Nationals, game 2 of the 2019 season using on-base baseball. It's a new game that just came to my attention on one of the forums, and I'm looking into it and checking it out. It gives you 30 cards per team for 2 teams to try out, and a 4-page instruction booklet. And it's going to be Noah Syndergaard versus Steven Strasburg. So let's get started here and do this. Now, the way you play this is you read the lower number, so that's a 23, and you start off on the pitcher. It's blank on the pitcher, and it goes over to Nimmo, who's leading it off. It's going to be Nimmo, Alonso, and Cano. Cleanup is Conforto. 5th is Ramos, the catcher. 6th is the left fielder, McNeil. 7th is Rosario, the shortstop. 8th is Davis, the third baseman. And 9th is the pitcher, Syndergaard. And Nimmo, the center fielder. It's going to say a 23, which is going to be a ground out with a potential error. So we're going to just roll with a D9. And no, it's a clean play by Turner. And that is 1 away. This scorecard is the official scorecard, the on-base official scorecard. And it's a little bit different. It only has 6 columns, so you'll see how I use it. And here's Pete Alonso with a 46, and that is going to be a blank. And we're going to go to Pete Alonso's 46, and that is a strikeout. So Alonso swings and misses at a Strasburg slider, and here comes Cano with 2 outs. This is lunchtime baseball. It's I'm on my lunch break. Say 4-6. It's a blank on Strasburg, and a 4-6 is going to be a ground ball to shortstop, and that retires aside. Oh, we're going to do a little bit different here. We're going to do something like that, and no runs and no hits for the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 1st. Adam Eaton. Here's the pitch from Syndergaard. It's a 24. 24 is a blank, and the 24 is going to be ground ball to who? It's going to be the second baseman, Cano, G4. Next is Trey Turner with a 6-6. That's a blank, and that's a base hit. Little ground ball up the middle and through into center field. And we're going to try to steal second with Turner. So he's an 8 speed, so he'll be safe. Only on 8 or a 9 he'll be actually, I believe only a 9 or he'll be he'll only be out on a 9. Let's roll, and it's a 2, and he steals second base. So we have a runner, or the Nats have a runner in scoring position. Here's Anthony Rendon. And as a 56. 56 is going to be a strikeout. Noah blows a fastball 102 miles an hour right by Rendon, who's known as a contact hitter. Here's Juan Soto, the lefty, and he takes his time. Has a whole theater that he does at the plate, Juan Soto. But he's a heck of a ball player. 34 home runs in 2019. That's a 33, and that is going to be a blank, and 33 is a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Turner comes in easily, hustling for second, and the throw to second, not in time. So it's an RBI double for Juan Soto. Here's Zimmerman with a runner on second, 2 outs. Pitch from Syndergaard, and that's a 2-6, and that is going to be a blank. So that takes us to a ground ball, and that's going to be to third base. That retires aside. 1 run, 2 hits, and we go to the top of the 2nd inning. We're playing a little afternoon delight. Lunchtime. I'm still at work, but I got my lunch, so I'm rolling some tabletop on base. It's called. New game for me. It's a blank there, and that's going to be a drive. That's rip. And Conforto is going to hustle around first into second base. The throw, the slide, the tag, and he is safe with a double, leadoff double from Michael Conforto. Here's Wilson Ramos The pitch from Strasburg, it's a 1-3, it's a blank, and the 13 is a ground ball. And that is to the shortstop. Runner will hold. Here's McNeil. Pitch to McNeil. It is a 26, and that is a strikeout. Strasburg gets McNeil. It's chasing. McNeil is not happy with himself. And here's Rosario with 2 outs, and runner at second base, and that's a 45. It's a blank, and a 45 is going to be a fly ball. And that is going to be to left field. Right there is Soto. And that's the end of the second inning. Into the first inning, second inning. And no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Go to the bottom of the second. All right. Here is Kurt Suzuki versus Noah Syndergaard, Game 2 of 2019. This play was played March 30th. That's a snake eyes, and that's a strikeout. So Syndergaard blows a fastball by Suzuki. And here is Brian Dozier. That's a 25. 25 is a blank, and that's a fly ball to center field. Right there is Nimmo. Puts it away, 2 down. And here's the pitcher, Strasburg, batting 8th. I have a pitcher card. That's a 2-3, and that's a blank there. It's going to be a ground out with a potential error. And it's going to be the shortstop. Rosario bobbles it a second, gets a grip, fires, and just gets Strasburg hustling down the line. All right, we go to no runs, no hits. Easy inning for Syndergaard. We go to the top of the third. We're going to see Davis, Syndergaard, and Nimmo. Here's a pitch, and that is, 66. That's a blank, and that is going to be a base hit for J.D. Davis. He's on at first. Syndergaard bats. I don't start thinking about bunting until the 5th inning. Here's a pitch, and that is a 1-4. That's a blank on Strasburg, and a 1-4 is going to be, and Syndergaard takes one on the side, and that's going to hurt. So that's a hit by pitch. Runners on first and second now, and here's the top of the order. Nobody out. Pitch from Strasburg. Nimmo, that's a 1-3. It's a blank there, and the 13 is a ground out. And it's going to be Nimmo is actually. Let me look at Syndergaard's speed is a 1, so this is going to get him at second base. So it's going to be a 3-6 fielder's choice. Runners on first and third now. Infield's halfway, still early in the game. Top of the third, and that's a 1-3. That's a blank there, and it's another ground ball. And that will. Hold on a second. And that's going to go to first base. So it's going to be a 4-3. Run's going to score on this. RBI. And a runner on second base now with 2 outs. And here's, that was Pete Alonso picks up an RBI, and here's Robbie Cannell. And that is a 2-3. That's going to be a blank, and it's going to be a ground out, possible error. And there's no error. And who's got 2 is to the first baseman. Retires aside. But the Mets pick up a run on a hit and a hit by pitch. And it's all tied at 1 apiece. Victor Robles leading it off in the bottom of the third. That's a 4-4, which is a blank, and a 44 is going to be, retaliation, hit by pitch. Retaliation. And Robles doesn't like it. The bench for the Nats don't like it. The crowd here at National Stadium don't like it. And here's Adam Eaton. That's a 4-6, and a 4-6 is a blank there. 4-6 is a double play. It's going to be a 5-4-3 round the horn double play. And here's Trey Turner. 2 outs. Bottom of the third, it's a 1-4, it's a blank, and that's a base hit. Turner is 2 for 2. And he's always a threat to steal. Let's roll and see what happens. And there he goes. Throw down, not in time, so he steals second. That's his second stolen base. Here's Anthony Rendon. Here's a pitch from Syndergaard. It's a 3-4. 3-4 is a blank. 3-4 is a fly ball. A potential error. Oh, and it could be an error. And actually, it's going to be an error. And who's it on? It's going to be on the center fielder, Nimmo. And it's going to be a 1-base error. So E8. And here's Juan Soto. First and third. That's a 36. 36 is a blank. 36 is going to be a fly ball in the gap after it is Conforto in right, and he tracks it down to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, couple left on base, and an error for the Mets. It's 1-1, top of the fourth. It's going to be Conforto, Ramos, and McNeil. Hey there, Tribe fan. How are you, brother? I was watching your game this morning on the way to work. I left you a couple of comments. It's a 24 blank, and a 24 is a ground ball. This is a new game. It's the shortstop. That's going to be 6-3. Conforto's out. Here's Wilson Ramos. That's a 1-5. That's a blank, and a 1-5 is a base hit for Ramos. He's on with a single. Probably the slowest man in baseball. Wilson Ramos. Here's Jeff McNeil. Here's a pitch from Strasburg, and it's a 36. 36 is a blank. I got to go to work after this. This is a fly ball in the gap, and after it is the right fielder Eaton, and Eaton runs it down. 2 down. And here's Ahmed Rosario. He's no longer a Met. That's a 4-6. 4-6 is going to be a blank, and a 4-6 is going to be a ground ball. We'll say it's a little number in front of the plate, and that is Suzuki. Fires to first, and that retires the side there. There we go. All right, no runs, 1 hit. All tied at 1, bottom of the fourth. Strasburg versus Syndergaard. March 30th, 2019. Where were you March 30th, 2019? I bet you didn't have a mask over your face. And if you did, that's pretty kinky. Say 1-2, that's a 12, and that's a ground ball. Infielder, second baseman, Cano. Smooth. Robbie Cano throws him out. And here is Suzuki with a 4-5. That's going to be a blank, and a 4-5 is a fly ball. It's can of corn for the right fielder, Conforto. 2 down. And here's Brian Dozier. 2 out. Bottom of the fourth, it's a 3-4. 3-4 is a blank, and a 3-4 is a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielder's road to the wall. Hustling around first and digging for second is Dozier. Here's the throw, the tag. He is safe. 2-out double, Brian Dozier. That puts a go-ahead run in scoring position for Strasburg. Steven Strasburg. That's a 1-6. That's a blank, and a 1-6 is a fly ball. That's going to be, again, Conforto. He's getting a lot of action in right. And then retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. Top of the fifth. 1-1. Davis, Syndergaard. Davis, Syndergaard. And the top of the order, Nimmo. Here's a pitch from Strasburg. Strasburg can go 26. And Syndergaard, what did I do with this card? Syndergaard can also go 26. That's a 4-5. 4-5 is a blank there, and a 4-5 is a fly ball. Fly ball off the bat of Syndergaard. That's going to be a center fielder. Robles is right there, 1 away. Covers a lot of ground at center field. Reads the ball well off the bat. That's one thing that I've noticed watching him play. This is a 2-3. That's 23, and that's a ground ball. That's going to be comebacker, and that is Strasburg. Throws out Syndergaard, 2 down. And here's Nimmo. Nimmo is grounded out twice. Second time into a fielder's choice. Here's Strasburg 1-3. That's a blank. A 1-3 is grounded. To shortstop. Nice backhand. Throw to first. Slow. Scooped out by Zimmerman. Nice play. And that retires the side. And that is 5. All right. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. And it's Syndergaard versus the pitcher. And that's a 1-4. 1-4 is a blank. And that's the second time. Second time that Robles takes one for the team. And the last time there was retaliation when they hit Syndergaard for. So somebody's going to get ejected, I have a feeling. Hit by pitches back and forth in this game. Adam Eaton, 1-1 the score. Bottom of the fifth. Runner on first. Now I could try to bunt. Let's see what happens. I'm going to bunt on this. And it's a good bunt. And that's going to be first baseman. And that's a sacrifice. So runner is second on the sacrifice. So Eaton lays a good one down. And here's Trey Turner. There's a pitch to Turner. It's a 2-3. 2-3 is a blank. 23 is a ground ball. And that's going to be the first baseman. Oh, wait. No. It's going to be to a little nubber in front of the plate. And that is going to allow the runner to move over. That is Ramos out from behind the plate. He better hurry. Turner's got speed. Throw it down in time. All right, so 2 down, runner on third base. And here's Anthony Rendon. Here's a pitch from Syndergaard. And that's a 1-7, 1-6. 1-6 is a blank. 1-6 is a fly ball. And that's a drive in the gap. And that is after it is McNeil, and he makes the catch. Ran it down. So Jeff McNeil looking better and better in left field. All right, that's the end of the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth inning. It's going to be Alonso, Cano, and Conforto. We're playing on base. It's a free game. Basically, I picked it up online. The designer is trying to get a little bit of, a little feedback. And that is a 3-3. That's going to be a line drive base hit off the bat of Pete Alonso. So Pete Alonso's 1 for 3. That puts a runner on first. Here's Robbie Cano. Robbie Cano, one of my favorite players. That's a 4-4. That's a blank. And this is a hard hit ground ball. And that's up the middle and through. And Alonso will stop at second, first and second. Back-to-back singles here in the top of the sixth, top of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0-0, and then it was 0-0 again. Top of the sixth inning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the top of the sixth. First and second. Here's Michael Conforto. Conforto won't be laying one down, that's for sure. That's a 2-3. 2-3 is a blank, and a 2-3 is a ground ball. And it's going to be the first baseman. Both runners will move up here on this. Actually, wait a second. I could try for Cano. Cano is not very fast. A 1. Yeah, Cano's going to be out at second base. So that's a fielder's choice. Runner up first, and Cano's going to be out 3-6. First and third now. And here's Wilson Ramos. That's a 2-5. 2-5 is a blank. A 2-5 is a fly ball. And that is to right field. Now, Alonso, if we try to score Alonso, he doesn't really have very much speed. Let's see, it could cost us. Alonso is, he's gonna hold on that fly ball. Not deep enough. And that was a fly ball to right field. Just too shallow. That's 2 outs. Mets. Here comes McNeil. They have a chance here with runners on first and third to tie the game and even take the lead. Here's the pitch to McNeil. That's a 26, and that is a strikeout off Strasburg's card. So he blows a fastball by Jeff McNeil, who's not known for striking out. And that's going to retire the side. After 5.5, 1-1 the score. There was no runs and 2 hits in that inning for the Mets. And here's Syndergaard versus Soto. Soto's a heck of a hitter with a bunch of power. He's a fence buster for sure at 34 home runs. That's a 4-5. And a 4-5 is a blank. 45 is a deep drive off the bat of Soto to right field. Back goes Conforto to the track, to the wall. Looks up. That's out of here. Juan Soto gives the Nats, and the fans here love it, gives the Nats a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a solo shot. Juan Soto is congratulated by his teammates in the dugout, hits a home run here, and drives in a run, his second run. He's driven in 2 today, and he's 2 for 3 today. So he's looking like the star that he is. That's a 3-4. That's a blank and a 3-4. That's a drive into the left field corner. Zimmerman hustling around first. He's going to try for second. Head first slide to tag, and he is safe. Oh, there's some movement in the bullpen for the Mets. Back-to-back hits here in the bottom of the 6th. Kurt Suzuki, here's a pitch. And that is a snake eye. Snake eye is a strike 3. And Syndergaard gets some. Let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're still good. Once we pass the stamina, then we got to start reading the second number, which is really not a good number to read for a pitcher. So there's 1 out, runner on second. Here's Brian Dozier. Dozier had a disappointing season, hit 20 home runs with 235 average, 50 RBIs, but I guess in 400 at-bats, not too bad. At the bottom of the lineup, hit 20 home runs. That's known to have power, Brian Dozier. Here's a pitch to Dozier, and that is a 1-2. That's a 12. It's a blank, and it's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Runner's going to hold on that. And here's the pitcher. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know what? I'm going to, and then we're going to bring in Bearclaw. So let's pinch hit here. Let's pinch hit. I'm going to bring in, who can we bring in? Diffo's a switch hitter. We're going to bring in Diffo to pinch hit. So Strasburg is out. And here goes. Here's a pitch. Wait a second. Syndergaard has gone he's gone 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, he's still good. That's a 46. 46 is a blank, and a 46 is going to be a ground ball. Who's the 2? And it's the shortstop. And that retires the side. All right, that's the end of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 2-1. That was 1 run on 2 hits. A home run by Soto puts the Nats up 2-1. We have a new pitcher. It's going to be Bearclaw. I'm going to try to get all the pitchers to go at least 1.1 if possible. And then after this, I got to go back to work. Just stopping quickly to play a quick game here. Got 1 hour lunch. And I got to go back to work, take care of some business. We'll be back with more action in the afternoon. Here's Kyle Bearclaw. That's how you pronounce that name. It's a tough name to pronounce. It's going to be Rosario, Davis, and then a pinch hitter. Syndergaard's going to be done. So Strasburg went 6, and then Syndergaard also went 6. Typical for this modern era. Starters don't go more than 6 usually. It's very unusual. All right, so it's going to be Ahmed Rosario against Kyle Bearclaw. Here's a pitch, and that is a 24. 24 is a blank, so we read off Rosario, and that is going to be a grounded to short. Up with it is Turner. You better hurry. Throw is high, but nice stretch by Zimmerman. 1 out. Top of the 7th. J.D. Davis, 1 for 2 today. That's a 55. That's going to be a blank and a 55's line and caught by the pitcher, right? Comebacker, and Bearclaw just put his glove up in self-defense and was able to stop that ball. But it was a scorcher off the bat of J.D. Davis. And here's Syndergaard. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter. It's going to be Smith. Dominic Smith is coming in to pinch hit. I have the key players, which is nice. And it's going to be Robles is a righty, and then I'm going to have Eaton a lefty, and then Turner is another righty. So I'm going to bring in a righty for the Mets. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Lugo. I got the right guys, which makes my life easier, pretty much. A bit of a drag sometimes when you can't. There he is. All right, Seth Lugo will be coming in and pitching here. Pinch hitter Smith. Oh, I forgot to grab him. There he is on top. Let's do that. Here's a pitch. And that is going to be, you read the lower number first. That's a 1-5. So 1-5 is a 15. A 15 is line base hit center field. So frozen rope off the bat of Smith. He's on at first. That's a tying run with 2 outs. And here comes top of the order, Nimmo. With 2 out, pitch from Bearclaw. And that is going to be a 46. 46 is a blank, and a 46 is a ground ball. And that's going to be the short. It's going to flip. It's going to be 6-4, and that retires the side. 3rd out, and that was the end of the 7th. Actually, this is the bottom of the 7th now coming up, so it's the 7th inning stretch. Lugo's in there. And it's going to be Lugo. Is going to be, I guess, the number 1 reliever I can write. And he's going to face Robles, Eaton, and Turner. Did I bring a bottle of water in here? I did not. Hope everybody's doing well this afternoon. Playing the game. I have about an hour off from work for lunch, and instead of lunch, I just had a quick energy drink. And what I'm doing now is heading back to work. Got to finish some plan up for tomorrow, and then I'll be back early. Should be finished about 4. Should be back around 4ish. All right. Robles is up. Let's do this. Here's Seth Lugo. And 1-7. That's 1-6. I'm sorry. 1-6 is a blank, and a 1-6 is a fly ball. Lifted to left field. And digging towards the line is McNeil, and he tracks it down. 1 down. Here's Eaton, the lefty. Here's the pitch from Lugo. That's a 1-5. It's a blank, and a 1-5 is line base hit. So again, a shot off the bat of Eaton. Hit it on the sweet spot, lined it to right center field, cut off by the center fielder Nimmo. Gets it into Cano at second base. Cano's still around in 2019. He was around in 2020. I think he joined the Mets at the end of, or the middle of, wait, no, that was last year. 2019, he joined the Mets at the beginning of the season. Here's Trey Turner with 1 out and 1 on. Now, Eaton, he stole 15 bases, caught stealing only 3 times. Going to try to steal. There he goes. And he is safe. Stolen base for Eaton. That's the 3rd stolen base for the Nats. Here's Trey Turner. That's a 1-5. And that's a blank off Lugo, and it's a ground ball. Let's see what side of the infield it's on. It's the shortstop, so that'll hold Eaton. And here's Rendon. House rule. I'm just learning this game, so I'm making it simple. I'm just making, if it's balls hit to the left side, they hold at second. If it's hit to the right side, they move. I could roll a dice, and I will eventually. Just right now, I'm learning the game, so getting kind of the rhythm of the game. Anthony Rendon with 2 outs, runner on second. That would be a nice insurance run for the Nats if they picked up another run here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Seth Lugo. He sets, checks with Ramos, and he deals. And that's a 3-5. That's a blank, and the 3-5 is Anthony Rendon gets plunked. That's the 3rd hit by pitch today for the Mets. So Rendon jogs down at first base, and he's not rubbing it. But none of the Nats are happy. That's the 3rd hit by pitch on the Nats, or that 3rd time the Nats have been hit by a pitch. How's that? All right, and first and second, here's Lugo against Juan Soto. Juan Soto has a home run and a double. So he is tough, and he is a lefty. And you know what? We're going to bring in Wilson. Let's bring in the lefty to face the lefty. Now, I don't know that there's any splits in this game, but that's not hard to do. So I got to find out about that. We can create some simple splits. I'm just trying to play it realistically. So here is Wilson going to face the tough Soto. He's number 2. And here's a pitch. And that is a 2-4, and that is going to be a ground ball. And a comebacker, Wilson, up with it, throws to first, and they get Soto to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. All right, it's going to be Pete Alonso leading it off again. Oh, you know what? Kyle Bearclaw, he's a righty. Then Cano, a lefty. Let's see who we had. Grace and Suero we have available. And Grace is a lefty. That'll work out perfect. So Grace is coming in next. He'll be Bearclaw and then Grace. Bearclaw is number 1, I guess I can put there. And then Grace will be number 2. And he will come in here to face Cano and Conforto. All right, Bearclaw to Alonso. Here's a pitch. And that is a 16. 16 is going to be a deep fly ball, hit the left field. And back goes the center fielder, and he makes the catch. Alonso gave that a ride, but the wind must be blowing in. Let's check the flags. And it looks like the wind is blowing in. But there was a sudden gust when Alonso hit that fly ball. So here comes Matt Grace. It's going to be a pitching change. Matt Grace, the lefty, is going to face Cano and Conforto here with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-4. 3-4 is a blank, and 3-4 is going to be, a drive. And that's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Cano got unloaded on that one and lined it deep in the gap, and that's going to bounce off the wall, and Cano is going to hit the second base with a stand-up double. So he crushed that pitch. That Matt Grace slider, crushed it, kind of hanging slider. He got a hold of it and drove it in the right center field gap. 1 hop off the wall. Played nicely by the center fielder, Robles, who got it in quickly to the second baseman, Dozier. And here is Michael Conforto, tying run at second base with 1 out. Here's a pitch to Conforto, and that is a 3-5. 3-5 is a blank, and a 3-5 strike 3 gets some. Conforto, not happy. Chased the pitch there on that one. 2 outs now, and here's Ramos. And looks like we're going to call on Wander. It's a righty and it's a lefty. No, we're going to let Grace pitch. He actually has to go 3, I think. Did they have? I don't even think they had that rule. I don't think they did. 1-3. That's a 13, and that is going to be a ground ball. Comebacker. That's Grace. Throws out Ramos, and that retires the side. Mets had an opportunity and failed to capitalize. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Good game here, guys. Good afternoon delight game for me here during lunchtime. Break from my job. And playing a new game, on-base baseball. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Zimmerman is a righty and Suzuki's a righty. We're going to bring in Familia. Jerry Familia. Let's call him in. A little bit of a drag here. It's hard to manipulate these new cards. The paper's so new on them, they're very slippery. And it's hard to get a hold of what you want. They do give you 30 cards per team. There's Jerry Familia. All right. So Jerry Familia is going to be facing Zimmerman. Here's a pitch. And that is a 2-5. 2 far is a blank, and a 2-5 is a fly ball. And that's going to be left field. Right there is McNeil. Puts it away. 1 down. Suzuki here in the bottom of the 8th. And that is a 45. 45 is a blank, and a 45 is a fly ball again. Lifted to center field. And right there is Nimmo. 2 down. And here's Brian Dozier. It's a 2-1. Nats lead here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Brian Dozier pitch from Familia. That's a 55. That's a blank, and a 55 is lined and caught by the third baseman. So pull down the line. Scorcher. Hit right on the screws, but right at the third baseman, Davis. L5. And that's the end of the 8th inning. Last licks for the Mets. See what happens here. Top of the 9th. And they're going to call in the closer. I believe the closer is Doolittle. I believe Doolittle was around. Let me do a quick check here. Who the closer was for the Nats. Should be Doolittle. And the closer was Doolittle, Sean Doolittle. And here he comes. The Mets usually get the best of Sean Doolittle. All right. And it's going to be McNeil, Rosario, and Davis against Doolittle. And here goes. Here's a pitch. Let's get that in there. Let's get the little squiggly line that denotes a pitcher coming in. All right. Doolittle had a 4 ERA with 30 saves. Here's a pitch to McNeil. That's going to be a 1-4. 1-4 is a blank. That's base hit for McNeil. He's on with a single. Tying run is on base. And McNeil, how many stolen bases did he have? He had 5. Caught stealing 6 times. Yeah, not going to work for us. Rosario, here's a pitch. Matt Bunting here, 1-6. I keep on saying 1-7. That's a fly ball. And it's going to be to center. And here is Davis. 1 down, 1 on, tying run. 2-1 ball game. Top of the 9th. Last licks for the Mets. And it's going to be J.D. Davis. Here's a pitch to Davis, and that is a 33. That's a blank, and the 33 is a drive, and that's in the gap. And we're going to, with 1 out, we're going to try to score McNeil. And this is to tie the ball game. We could get thrown out. Let's see who it's to. Actually, McNeil. Ooh, McNeil does not have good speed. Ooh, yeah, that would be pushing it. We are going to hold McNeil on this, unfortunately. Wow, maybe I should have brought in somebody like Lagares to run for McNeil. He's got really, let's see, Lagares would have scored. Yeah, Lagares is a couple of notches better out of 5. McNeil's out of 3. So any the 4 to 9 would be he would be out. Yeah. All right, so it's going to be second and third now. Tough break for the Mets on this double by J.D. Davis. Puts runners on second and third with only 1 out. And we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Juan Lagares to pinch hit. So Juan Lagares comes into pinch hit. With second and third. Infield is going to have to play in here. There's no two ways about that. Infield is going to have to play in, and we're going to pitch to Lagares because Lagares batted .213. So here's the pitch. Infield's in for the Nats. And that's a 3-4. 3-4 is a blank, and a 3-4 is a drive, and that is going to drop in there. And that's going to be 1 run comes home, and another run comes home, and the Mets have taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the 9th inning. And that's Juan Lagares, a double deep drive that fell in there. Looked like somebody was going to get to it, but nobody did. And he drives in number 6 and number 8. 2 RBIs for Juan Lagares, pinch hit double. The Mets have taken a 3-2 lead in the top of the 9th inning. Holy smokes. What a game this is. Afternoon delight. Lunchtime. Tabletop baseball. And Brandon Nimmo's up with still only 1 out. So they're really getting the best of Sean Doolittle. And this has really been the case. This is art, imitating life. Because the Mets did, I think Sean Doolittle's ERA versus the Mets in 2019 was like 10. And here's Nimmo, Brandon Nimmo. Here's a pitch. And that is a 3-5. 3-5 is a blank, and a 3-5 strike 3. 2 down. And here's Pete Alonso. And I'm going to walk Pete Alonso intentionally to face Cano, a lefty, even though that doesn't matter. But the bases are first and second now. And here's Robbie Cano, pitch from Sean Doolittle. And that is a 24. 24 is a blank, and a 24 is grounded. Oh, wait, that may be it for his stamina is a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ends up being a strikeout on a 2-4. It's a K there, and that retires the side. I'm wondering if that was all right, but the Mets pick up a couple of runs. So at the bottom of the 9th is going to be a pinch hitter, Robles and Eaton. And here comes Edwin Diaz. He's the closer for the Mets. We hope he can close it out. And Lagares is going to stay in there. He's going to take over. Nimmo's going to go to left field. And Caporto's going to stay in right. And McNeil is going to come out. And the pitcher is going to come in the McNeil spot. And Lagares is going to stay in. He's going to play center field. All right. And it's going to be Familia. Familia is going to be number 3. Oh, no, not Familia. Familia came in. He was number 3. And then now it's going to be Diaz, who's number 4. And he's coming in to face a pinch hitter. Who's it going to be? I guess it could be Howie Kendrick. And let's do that. Kendrick for Doolittle. Kendrick for Doolittle. Bottom of the ninth. Let's do this. Jerry Familia versus Howie Kendrick. Here's a pitch, and that is did Kendrick play in game one? Let me just take a quick peek at game one, see if he played. Kendrick did not play in game one. I'm wondering if Kendrick is even around. Let me take a quick peek here at who we can pinch hit with. It's a 3-2 ball game. Mets came up with a couple of runs on 3 hits in the top of the ninth to take the lead. What a game this has been. Let's see. Adams. You know what? We're going to bring in Matt Adams instead of Kendrick. Because I don't even know that Kendrick was around. He may have been injured right now. But I do know that Matt Adams is here. So we're going to bring in Matt Adams to pinch hit. So Kendricks gets scratched, and it's Adams. And here's the pitch. Familia versus Matt Adams. Adams has good power. Hit 20 home runs and 300 at bats. So that's proportionally would have been a 40 home run season. That's a 3-6, and that's going to be a blank, and the 3-6 is a fly ball. And that is going to be a fly ball to center field. Right there is Lagares, 1 down. Here is Robles, Victor Robles. We're in the bottom of the ninth. There's a 3-2 Mets lead. They're trying to hold on to that lead. Oh, wait. Why am I looking at why did I use Familia? Where is Diaz? I didn't bring him in. Hold on a second. 3-6. Let's see what the 3-6 is. It's still a blank. Okay, so no problem. My fault. A lot of changes. Got to take my time with those changes. All right, here's Diaz to Robles. Here's the pitch, and that is a 36 again. That's a blank there, and a 36 is a fly ball again. And this is going to be to left field. And that is Nimmo out there. Makes the catch. 2 down. So the Nats are down to the last out. Mets lost the first game of the season, and this is the second game of the season. We're playing on-base baseball. And it's the Mets at Nationals. And here is Adam Eaton with 2 outs, top of the ninth inning. This is the official score sheet, on-base score sheet. It gives you place to write stuff. I don't even know really. I'm playing the basic game. I guess they introduced the basic game. I don't know what the other rules are. I got to figure out what the splits are because that's an important part of baseball nowadays. So I got to figure what that is. Doesn't really explain it on the. This is only just like an introductory example just to get a feel for the game. And here's a pitch. But I like it. All the work's been done for you. That's a 34. And a 34 is a blank. And a 34, that's a drive. That's over the center fielder's head. Lagares came in on it, took a step in, and then realized that ball was hit harder than he thought. And that's going to make it to the wall. And Eaton around second, he's going to put on the brakes and gets back to second base with a 2-out double. Tying run is now in scoring position. And here's Trey Turner. Trey Turner gives the Mets fits. He's got a couple singles and a couple stolen bases. He's 2 for 4 today. So here comes Trey Turner. He's a right-handed hitter against Edwin Diaz. So Edwin Diaz is not out of it yet. He can face 4, and he's faced 3. So 1 more, he goes to his second level, which is not pretty because of a lot of home runs. Here's a pitch to Trey Turner with 2 outs. Tying run at second base. It's a 3-2 Mets lead. And that is a 46. And a 46 is off of Edwin Diaz. Look at what that says. I don't know if you can see that. Ball came over. 46 on Edwin Diaz. This was his curse, man. He gave up like 15 homers. He gave up more home runs than any other reliever in the league that year, 2019. And he gives up a 2-run game-ending home run by Trey Turner. And Trey Turner is ecstatic going around the bases. He gets mobbed at home plate. A walk-off 2-run homer versus Edwin Diaz's card. Edwin Diaz was a nightmare reliever in 2019 for the Mets. He had a 5.59 ERA. He had 26 saves, but he gave up 15 home runs in 58 innings. So basically, just terrible for a reliever. He did have really an outstanding number of strikeouts. I mean, he had 99 strikeouts in 58 innings, but he also gave up 15 home runs. We hit the 46 here. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see the 4. 4 is just a little bit higher, but there it is. That 46 results in a home run off of Diaz, and Diaz, it just walks off the mound with his head down, and the Mets have been stunned here after a 2-run comeback in the top of the 9th inning, and they're faced with a 2-out rally in the bottom of the 9th by the Nats. After 2 outs, it was Eaton with a double, and then came up Trey Turner, who drove one deep into left center field, and back went the left fielder Nimmo to the track, to the wall, and that was out of here. 2-run shot, and the Nats walk it off. What a game. Got to go back to work. That was my lunchtime fun. And 1 and 2 drives in a couple of runs there, and that's the ball game. Final score. Ouch. 2 runs on 2 hits. The Nats pull it out by a score of 4-3. Yikes. What the heck happened? Nats 4 and the Mets 3. All right, so the win is going to go to Doolittle, who did nothing. Not only did he do little, he did nothing. He actually gave up a couple of runs, but he's going to get the victory. And the loss is going to go to Diaz, and a blown save as well. So he gets a blown save and takes the loss. Wow, that's all I can tell you. What a game that was. And this is Tony Porter. This is Cards and Dice TV. And thanks for stopping by. John Weiss. Walk-off craziness for lunch. This is my lunch, a little bit of a late lunch. I got to head back to work now. What time is it? Perfect. Yep. So I will head back to work, and I will see you guys very, very soon. We'll be back about in a couple hours. Just got to take care of some stuff, and I will be back. I will see you guys. Take care.